Up next, we have some conditional controllers. So far we have seen that we have if, else, switch, some loops and everything out there. But there are some specific keywords which have a very special meaning out there. And in fact, it's really tough to talk about them. In fact, I would really like to show you what I mean by that. And for the sake of this movie and to save some time, I have already written some code because writing code on the go for this particular topic is not at all easy. It can be some cumbersome out there. And let's go here. So we do have conditional controllers. These are the conditional controllers, namely the continue, break, fall through, return and throw. And we are only going to talk about these three here. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to talk about these two. Yes, we will talk about them, but return is much more explainable into the functions, and throw is much more explainable in the throw and catch, or some people call it error handling. So we'll keep these two for the later on. Right now, let's just focus on these three guys: the continue, break, fall through, only these three. Okay, so first of all, we have the A killer app. Now, really, the name really is not the best on the planet, but I came up with that, and I'm not proud on that. So first we'll have a continue here. So what this app does, it just kills the A's. So whatever the string you just pass into it, whatever the number of A's are there, it just kills them. So it just kills all of your A's. Okay, so we have created a new variable, the stringer, and it has a string. I am a string with a few A in it. There we go. And we have created a new stringer. So what we are doing, we are running a loop through the entire string and breaking all the string into the characters. We have already seen this. And now we are using a switch and case. So the case is simple. If you just hit the A, we are passing a continue. So continue is a keyword where you need to have some syntax. For example, we need to have some values or some print statement or some logic being going on here, but instead we are just saying keep continuing. Just don't worry about me and keep continuing. So the new string is actually all the A's are getting here, handled here, and rest of the strings are handled here in the default. So what we can see here is that it's really a simple A killer. So what we can see, I am, and then we have A is being killed and string with few in it. So all the A's are gone. And this is the example of the continue. So it just keep continuing the things. And the brother of the continue is break. What it does, whenever you hit the break, you just jump out of the code block. So we have a breaker here, 23 breaker. So let's say this is a very simple app. It just have a score of 20 and we are running the loop till the 30 and we are printing the loop, incrementing it 1. But later on I decided that whenever I'll hit the 24, I'll break the loop. So I can just test for the condition. If the score is equal to 24, just hit the break. And what it will do, it will just break out of the loop. So it will throw you on the line number 38 in this particular case. And we can see that we have a 20, 21, 22, 23. But as soon as 24 is being hit, we are getting out of the loop. No more loop is running. And if I just make a comment here, it's gonna continue and going to run out there. So it's taking a little time to run this and I have to run this again. And there we go, 20 to 29, all of these. But if I just uncomment that again and it's gonna run, and there we go. So the two brothers are complete, continue and break. But we do have another here, the fall through, which we could have been discussing in the switch case statement, but it's okay, it's fine here as well. So what it does, as I told you, that there is no explicit fall through in the switch and case, but let's say for some God's sakes reason you want to happen the fall through. So in that particular case, you just have to mention that, hey, I do want to mention that there should be a fall through. For example, let's say we got a 12. So this is the case where it will be falling out here and it says fall through. That means the next statement is also going to execute regardless whether it falls into the case or not. But at least one should be true. And if I just comment this guy out there and wait for a second, then we can see that it just falls into one case. But if I just put a fall through out there, then it falls into this case. And interestingly, you have to write the fall through again and again. So if I just happen to have fall through here as well, it's gonna fall through into the next case as well, and it's gonna take a little bit time to run. And there we go. So now that you have a little bit understanding of these three keywords, they do become necessary sometimes, but most of the time I try to avoid them because I want to make my app to be specific and falling into a few specifically cases only. But again, nobody knows where you can use them or when you need them. Okay, so that's all for the simple conditional controllers.